Hi, my name is Tanya Davis, and I am an intuitive life coach and the CEO of Inner Solstice Global. Tonight, you are watching the first of a series of videos on the inner child. Everybody on the planet has an inner child. I call it the little person within. There are several different aspects of the inner child. There's the wounded child, the abandoned child, the divine child, the nature child, the eternal child, the magical child. And believe it or not, every single one of us has a little bit of all of those different aspects of the inner child. Usually, one or two of them really resonates with us the most. And so we identify more with those, one or two aspects of the inner child more readily than we do the other aspects. So for tonight's video, I'd like to concentrate our efforts on the wounded child. The wounded child comes about in a child's life when they experience a traumatic event in which they feel victimized. The victimization could be anything from being bullied to experiencing sexual trauma or physical trauma or verbal abuse. Anything that a child feels wounded or victimized as a result of during their childhood could spark the wounded child archetype to arise in that child. A lot of times, adults that have this archetype or a strong connection with this archetype, they will still harbor anger and resentment and frustration and pain with parents if they feel like their parents are the ones that victimize them, or they will struggle with not being able to forgive or let go of the experience that happened. And so you'll hear them as adults saying that they can't move forward because of something that happened to them when they were a child, or they're still struggling with that pain and rehearsing that pain as an adult. So the wounded child archetype is actually there to allow us to see that we have the ability to triumph in adversity. And not only to triumph in adversity, but also to help us to actually overcome it and reach back and support others with overcoming similar issues, because that's kind of the way the wounded child archetype works. Wounded children generally go back and help other wounded children heal or prevent other children or other people from experiencing those same issues, those same wounds. So I personally identify very strongly with this particular archetype. I know it very well. As a child, I experienced some trauma, and one of the ways that the wounded child presented itself in my childhood and even into my adult life was, as a child, when I was 8 years old, I experienced sexual trauma. And I had no idea until well into my adult life that that experience or those experiences had anything to do with where I was and the chaos and all of the drama and the pain that I was experiencing as an adult. I had no idea that it was directly related to the pain that I had experienced as a child. But I worked on it and worked through it. And as a result of it, it awakened a passion within me to help other survivors of sexual trauma. Like I said, wounded children, usually on the other side of healing those wounds, they have a passion for going back and supporting other wounded children and healing their wounds, which is the reason why I'm here doing this video now. And I've even started a company that's all about contribution and being in service to other people and helping them and inspiring them to reach their goals and attain their dreams. So For those of you that are struggling with this, this inner child, this aspect of your inner child, the wounded child, know that there's hope at the end of the tunnel. And if you're looking for support with that, I'm here to support you. You can check me out at www.innersolstice.org. We also have a Facebook page, Inner Solstice Global on Facebook. That's INNER Solstice, SOULSTICE. So like us on Facebook and check out our calendar on the website, because I'm sure there is an inner child workshop on the calendar coming up, and I would love to see you there. If you're interested in private sessions, again, reach out to me on the website, or you can hit me up on Facebook, um, and I would love to work for you. So thank you for tuning in, and I look forward to sharing more with you about the inner child. Good night.